Oi, bom dia, mis amigos in Brazil, and to my friends and patients in America. I'm back, as promised, going over the exact ingredients that I used in my anti-inflammatory youthful salad that I just went over in the video prior to this one. So basically, this salad is very important because it has a lot of antioxidants in it, fiber, probiotics, anti-inflammatory vitamins, nutrients, and it also has cancer-fighting vegetables in it, like broccoli. So let me go over each ingredient individually. Bear with me because each ingredient does have important values. So please try to listen and let this be a motivation to just eating healthier and realizing what ingredients are going into your food. And also read the ingredients on your package and make sure that it doesn't have preservatives and additives and unhealthy things like dyes and chemicals that can actually cause chronic disease, diabetes, and also cancer and stuff. So be careful with the ingredients of your food. Read the packages. The first ingredient, and all of this is fresh that I cut up by hand. Yeah, it's a little bit of work, but I do it for 3 or 4 days. So you do it once and then you're good for a few days. Spinach. Spinach is very high in fiber. It's an excellent source of vitamin K, C, A, folate, iron, and magnesium. For women who are low in their iron, I definitely recommend eating things like spinach, beetroot, raisins, things like that. Very high in iron, a good way to get your iron naturally. Also too, if you eat it through a vegetable, it's high in fiber, so you won't get constipated. So definitely recommend getting your iron through fruits and vegetables because it will help your digestion to be more regular, because we all know that iron can bind you if you take it in a vitamin form. It's always better to get your vitamins through food and supplement if you feel like you're not eating enough food to get all the vitamins, because it is hard to eat so much food to get the amount of vitamins. So it's good to supplement as well, as I've talked about in the past. Second ingredient is watercress. Watercress, believe it or not, scored 100 out of 100 on the CDC's Powerhouse Fruits and Vegetables. Watercress is very high in vitamin A, C, K. K is very good for your blood clotting. We know that vitamin C is great for your skin, and it's also good for healing cuts, wounds, scars, and things like that. Great for muscle recovery. And vitamin A, which we all know is very good for your eye and vision health. Then we have red, green, and yellow peppers. I used all 3 types of peppers in my salad. Red peppers, believe it or not, are the highest nutrient-dense pepper out of all 3, and they're very healthy because they contain sorry, I got distracted there, but yes, red peppers are the highest vitamin packed pepper out of all 3, 3 being red, yellow, and green. Red peppers are the healthiest because they contain 11 times more beta carotene and double the amount of vitamin C as the other peppers. As many people know, some people may not, beta carotene is very important for your visual health, your eye health, vision, and things like that. So if you want to get the best bang for your buck as far as peppers, go with the red peppers because they have the highest beta carotene and antioxidant content in them. They're also the highest in the vitamin C, but I like to use all 3 peppers. Gives it a nice tasty sweet taste into your salad, so I just chop up a little bit of each. Next ingredient that I put in my salad, and you can use either red onion or white onion. I use whatever ingredients I find in the shop. I used white onion this time. White onion or red onion, very high in antioxidants, and they support immune function. Onion, even the white onion, just so you know, or have very high antibacterial effects. They actually kill bacteria that your body is not supposed to have. So onions are very good to support your immune system and kill bad bacteria and also prevent fungus. There's a lot of people who get foot fungus, skin fungus, things like that. I remember when I was a Division I athlete on the cross country team, a lot of people on our team, we'd have that skin fungus rash. That was very common because you sweat, or you use the same running top again because you're so busy being an athlete and a student. And the tinea corpora, or the skin fungus, onion is very good to prevent things like that. In case you didn't know, you can actually treat disease through food and supplementation, in addition to medication, or sometimes without the medication. So it's always worth giving it a shot, but knowledge is power. We need to know this stuff first. And that's the benefit of me doing my certification in nutrition and diet. And now my functional medicine certification is I could provide the best care to my patients in the office and out of the office, because I do have this knowledge base on food and supplements as medicine, as opposed to just Western medicine where we just use tablets or injections and things like that. Food should be your main source when it comes to preventing health, chronic disease, and preserving your youth. Always try to get it through your food first. Another ingredient that I used in my salad is carotene. We all know that we all know that carrots are very high in beta carotene, vitamin C, fiber. So not only do carrots have a lot of beta carotene in them, but they also are very high in vitamin C, and they do have fiber. Funny, because I grew up on a farm stand eating raw carrots all the time, and then as I got older and went to college and became an adult, I realized that I really just wasn't eating carrots anymore. And I think what reminded me of this was I was driving, I remember about 10 or 12 years ago, and I was having problems with night driving, and I just didn't know why, because my vision during the day and all the other times were really great. So when I went to a doctor to get my vision checked, he said that I have poor night vision. So I got these glasses where you just wear glasses when you're driving at night. Over the years, I've actually increased the amount of carrots and beta carotene in my diet, because as I was talking about, things like red peppers and orange peppers are also very high in beta carotene. So increasing beta carotene through the foods that I eat has actually improved my vision, and I feel like my night vision is a lot clearer when I'm driving at night, so I don't necessarily need the glasses. In fact, I haven't used them in a long time. So when you're having a problem when it comes to your health or any kind of chronic disease, I definitely recommend that you change your diet and look into the things, or learn from a healthcare provider like myself, look into the things that you can do in lifestyle, in your diet, and through nutrient supplementation before you look to medicine or glasses or things like that from outside sources, because you really truly are what you eat. I cannot say it enough. The studies are out there, and I'm just reminding you. Another ingredient that I put in my salad, and I told you it was a very long list, was beetroot. Beetroot is a root vegetable packed with essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. It's very high in iron for women who are low in iron. Many women are low in iron because their menstrual periods, stress, things like that. And also too, maybe you're not getting iron through meats and stuff like that. I don't eat red meat, but my iron and all my blood work has been perfect lately, probably the best ever, because I'm getting all these vitamins and iron and everything through my food. And whatever I don't get through my food, I will supplement with a natural supplement with no fillers or additives or dyes in them. You got to really read your vitamins. Do not take the gummy vitamins. They're loaded with sugar and stuff that you don't need. If you're going to get sugar, have your favorite orange juice or ice cream or a treat. Don't get your sugar in your vitamins. It's just not a healthy way to get sugar. Another ingredient is cabbage. I always put cabbage in my salads. I either use red cabbage or white cabbage. This salad actually has a combination of white cabbage and red cabbage in it. Cabbage is very high in probiotics, so is sauerkraut. Probiotics are usually taken in a supplement form. Not many people know that probiotics are actually found in food because supplements are so huge today. And all of these nutritional supplements and powders and drinks and things that are being promoted are just a waste of money. Unless you cannot get it through your food. Of course you should supplement, but your main source of vitamins, proteins, nutrients, probiotics should not be from tablets and powders and things like that. It should be mainly through your food, the things that you eat, the things that you drink, and then because we cannot eat and drink enough each day to get those vitamins and supplements, that's when we add something on top, just a little bit extra to get the amount that we need. These days, if you're not sleeping enough, you're under intense stress, and you are not living a healthy, relaxed lifestyle, you will be more depleted of your nutrients, because stress depletes nutrients and causes you to age very quickly. So it's all about your lifestyle as well as what you eat. If you want to stay young, decrease inflammation, you have to include your mind, your body, your emotional health, and your sleep in order to be your best, healthiest, and stay young. Last ingredient I'm gonna go over, and it is the last one, is okra. I just started eating okra here in Brazil. Don't ask me why, because I know I know they fry okra a lot in America, but here in Brazil, they just, they sell a lot of raw okra in all the stores. So I guess because I see it so much, I happen to pick it up, and I love it. It's very delicious, very different, because it has a very sticky, slimy consistency on the inside. On the outside, it has a crunchy green skin to it. It's all cut up. Otherwise, I would show it to you, but maybe I will in the next video. Okra is actually really delicious. It reminds me of a cucumber, but it is very sticky inside, so you have to be used to the consistency. I like chopping it up thinly and putting it in my salad. It has such a nice, sweet, crispy taste to it, and it adds such great flavor to salads, stews, and soups. Okra is delicious in soups. I definitely don't recommend frying it, because you cannot even taste how good it is. And I myself, I must have had fried okra a few times in America if I look back, and I don't remember liking it at all. But raw okra is absolutely delicious, and it tastes great in salads. It's loaded with vitamin C, fiber, and vitamin K. Again, vitamin C is good for skin, healing wounds, staying young, and fiber is just so good for digestion. And so that's why I think it is very good to include okra in your diet, and it's something that I only have included in the last 6 months since I've been here in Brazil. That's the thing about going and traveling to a new country. Not only do you explore new culture and learn new languages, but you learn about the lifestyle and just different foods and the way that people live and eat. And you have an appreciation not only for all the new things that you're learning and the healthier ways that people are eating in other countries, and the healthier lifestyles that they're living, and the more relaxed lifestyles that they're living, but you also learn about the different foods that they eat and the benefits of their foods, and whether or not they put additives and ingredients. I lived in London for a year and a half, and I noticed they did not have dye in their candy. You don't need dye in your candy. In Australia, England, and here in Brazil, they use natural dye, which is, from different fruits and vegetables. They don't use red dye and, blue dye and green dye. All those dyes are cancer causing, and they have been proven to cause cancer, specifically red dye 40. So I would recommend making sure that none of your candy or foods that you're eating in America has red dye 40, because it has been proven to cause cancer. Lastly, I just want to go over orange peppers. Orange peppers are rich in xanthanum and lutein, and xanthanum and lutein are very good for your eye health. So if you have any problems with your eye health, problems with night vision, or if you just want to prevent having problems and have healthy eyes, I would recommend adding orange bell peppers into your diet. And they're also very high in lycopene. Lycopene is a compound that is actually an anti-cancer compound, just like broccoli. I didn't include that in my discussion, but I also put broccoli in all my salads. Both broccoli and red pepper specifically are very high in lycopene and cancer fighting phytochemicals to prevent cancer. So definitely, if you want to prevent chronic disease, decrease the inflammation in your diet, improve your skin, your hair, and your nails, and your overall youth, wellness, and health, and prevent chronic disease, I would definitely recommend eating clean, following my clean eating advice, clean eating recipes, listening to my medical blogs, and obviously making an appointment for a consultation. I'm here 24/7 through my telehealth business. Even though I am working in the clinic, I also do my telehealth business on the side. So please send me a WhatsApp text message or email me if you would like a consultation for and I will continue to do my telehealth practice. And in addition to my telehealth practice, as far as doing the sick visits and non-controlled medication refills, weight loss consultations, and holistic health and supplementation, I just recently added talk therapy because I feel like in order to be your healthiest and provide the best care to your patients, we all need to think about not only medical health, preventing chronic disease, but we also need to think about emotional health, emotional stability, lifestyle, mental health, psychological health, sleep, eating habits, and overall lifestyle and well-being. We need to think about the whole person, and that's why I'm doing my certification in functional medicine right now, because going forward, my goal as a healthcare provider and physician assistant in the office and during my telemedicine consults is to treat my patient as a whole, as an entire being, and not just treating them with Western medicine, but treating them holistically. Thank you again for all your love, all your support, and thank you for watching my long videos that I made for you today. I put a lot of time, effort, and my heart into all of them. So I hope that you enjoyed them. Please text, refer, and use me as your healthcare provider. I will be here online 24/7. Ciao, ciao. God bless. And reach me through WhatsApp or text. Thank you. Bye.